All right, Adam, we'll see you in a few minutes. Let's now get to that news that broke late this afternoon. An on-duty guard at the Bexar County Jail is now being charged with murder. This comes just one day after an inmate was pronounced dead. Zaria Oates is live outside of the Bexar County Jail with what we know this afternoon. Zaria, what are the details in this case so far?
Hey, Myra, we're still learning a lot from this case. Right now, we're going to put both of those pictures up on your screen. You're going to see two men. One of them is Clement Lopez Jr. That's a 20-year-old Bexar County deputy who was on guard duty at the jail when an inmate was pronounced deceased. He was also charged with murder today. We're learning more details about this situation, that victim being the person on the other side of the screen, Francisco Bazan. He's 46 years old and was pronounced deceased on April 30th. What we're learning this afternoon is that the guard, the on-duty guard, Lopez, he was asked by other inmates to open the jail cell of other inmates who were trying to physically assault Bazan, and he did do that. He admitted to that in an affidavit that we obtained earlier today. We're also learning details that this is not the first time that this on-guard duty officer did this. He's opened the jail cell to allow other things like this to happen in the past, and we're still working to learn on what happened in the past couple of months that allowed this to take place, that it's happened at least 3 times so far over the last few months. Now, other details that we've learned are that 3 additional people, all inmates, could be charged in this case based on the affidavit. We did also learn that Lopez Jr., the deputy that was here when this all happened, he has resigned, but he was also taken into custody because he's been charged with murder in the Francisco Bazan death. Now, this has been ruled a homicide so far. We are still working to learn more details as to how this happened, but we do know that this initially happened on April 28th when Lopez was asked to open the jail cell for those other inmates, and those other inmates came in and physically assaulted Bazan. He had some internal bleeding, some very, very bad internal bleeding, according to that affidavit, and he was later pronounced deceased about 2 days later on April 30th. What happened in that time frame is stuff we're still working to learn out, and how this went unnoticed by other people and how this person was only charged now. We are still working to learn more details from Bexar County Sheriff's Office as well, but just minutes before we came on the air, we received a message from the Bexar County Sheriff's Office about this incident. We do know that Lopez had only been with the Bexar County Sheriff's Office since August of 2023. That's less than 2 years. Sheriff Javier Salazar also released a statement. I'm going to read it from my phone because we just got this information into our newsroom minutes ago. It says, quote, "From the first day of training, cadets and deputies are reminded that inmates are neither their friends nor their enemies. This suspect ignored both of those points and is now paying for it with his freedom and his career," end quote. We are still working to learn so many more details about this, as well as if those inmates will be charged and what they will be charged with, but we do have the names of 3 other inmates who were involved in this case. We also know that Lopez watched this happen based on what he said and what was written in this affidavit that we obtained. We'll have more later on today and on our website at ksat.com. Live from the jail, I'm Zaria Oates, KSAT 12 News.